The dip buyers are relentless here, and market is continuing to shrug off bad news, even with the Moody's downgrade. Today is Monday, May 19th, 2025. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. I was going to do a quick video here today. I got to do a few things, but I do want to get something out for you really quickly and just go over that. So it'll be a little bit of a shortened video. I won't go through everything here, but we'll just talk about the spiders primarily. Today, to me, this is kind of like a panic dip buy here. And it looks to me like, and I'm hearing chatter about this too, but then I can kind of see it from, kind of in the flows from this morning. But this looks to me like fund managers are kind of performance chasing here. And if we take a look at, so I tweeted this earlier, this is pre-market here. This is not a bullish look here for SPX going into today, and even worse on SPY, and the Qs were about the same. By 1:30, this is what it looked like. Complete reversal here. And it was pretty much, it got started right off the open this morning, just gap down. And where did we go to? We talked about yesterday, I said 5,900, watch for that level, because if we open below it and we don't reclaim it, then I would not look to buy dips for probably like 100 points. We're probably going to go to 5,800 and test that gap window. But you can see we opened right there, and it immediately we saw in our terminal this morning, which is now live, and it has been very useful already. We saw the volume really pick up here call wise. This is for tomorrow. Right now, no problems really. Looks pretty much standard 595. You got some exposure there, and they've been trying to crack that for a few days, and I think they can try to do it tomorrow, possibly pushing us up to 6K. This is what bears got right now. You do have post OPEX. You got VIX expiration Wednesday. You got to do something there. If you can't do something there and do start to get some damage done, then we're just gonna whenever the market gods decide to grace this market with a pullback. And notice how they saved the market here, because we were so close. We almost had a red day, which would have been forbidden, and we would have had to call the market police. But they did get us up by 0.09 basis points at the end of the day. So thank God for that, because it was getting really nervous there at the end. But my point is, though, that next time we have a dip, it's just going to be sideways, most likely, unless bears get some damage done. Now, they have a window coming up here, but the onus is on them to do something. Now we have 6 straight here, and it's funny to me, I sold Tuesday afternoon at like 589 SPY. It feels like I've missed this entire run up here, but it's really like, what are we, like 40 points ahead of that? And look at the Qs here. The one thing I'll say for the Qs is, specifically if you look at NQ, and by the way, I hate trading this type of an environment here, because it's just, you can't chase long up here, although people, I think clearly fund managers did. And you also can't really do much on the short side here unless you're just giving yourself tight windows. But I don't like it when there's just no price discovery. But that said, the NQ is starting to do that, right? We have kind of a pattern. You can even make a case there's kind of a broadening pattern here right now on the NQ. So maybe we inch up here. Maybe we go to 6K tomorrow, and then maybe VIX expiration is a catalyst for a dip. I mean, I would just like a dip, not even just because, I want the market down or anything, but just because I would like to have price discovery. And right now we just don't really have that. But yeah, we're just kind of inching up 6 in a row here. And yeah, ever since that gap through the 200, I said, watch out. This is usually kind of how these things can go. I just didn't think we would like continue this long without any sort of real dip here. But yeah, dips getting bought on bad news is not bearish. And I mean, yeah, there was people out there calling for a crash. I was not in that camp. I thought, mistakenly, that we could just have that could start a pullback. And by pullback, I mean, like 5,800, which again is not a lot, but obviously that was a stupid assumption to make, that we could possibly close red. But again, thank God they closed us green there with that 0.09% gain. But anyway, that said, again, I got to wrap it up here kind of quick. Sorry for the short video today, but we got some stuff going on. I did want to get something out though, just because today's action was pretty remarkable. Like when I was showing you that about the those calls like that, it takes a lot. Like that doesn't just happen. Trust me when I say it. Like for it to totally reverse that is it just shows how many calls are being bought. But anyway, yeah, I would say give the market the upside bias to 6K unless this rolls over and takes out 5,900. We take out 5,900, all bets are off. Don't buy the dip for a while because we're going to initiate pullback mode. But again, it's up to the bears to do something here. Really, by the end of the week, if they don't, you're starting to get in trouble here, and we're going to look at all-time highs in June. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't find me on carnivoretrades.com. See you guys all tomorrow.